Now then, guys, so I hope you can hear me loud and clear, because the audio is going through my phone because the GoPro is just terrible. Now, the GoPro is also on the left of my helmet, so take that into consideration when you might be looking at the footage. So if I sit like here, that would be you sat where I guess my head is, but obviously I've got to sit like this. So we're test riding the bike with the Puig screen, which I fitted a couple of days ago. It's a bit dark, and I'll be honest, I wasn't going to come out in the dark because I wanted to go out when the footage is actually a bit nicer, but it's a bit of a breezy evening, and it's going to rain tomorrow, so I thought I'd just nip out, have a little play in the wind, and if the footage is terrible I won't upload it and I'll just go out in the rain. But hopefully the wind is the better option, because it gives you a chance to test properly. There's a couple of considerations, obviously, other than the wind. The wind is the main driver, but if you look down, I'm hoping you can see the screen, I'm getting 50.9 miles per gallon. And that is, if I just flick through here, so that's trip 2, let's go back to trip 1, 1,759 miles. So I'm getting good MPG. And I mean, that is full-on varied riding. I've got the expedition panniers. I've had most of the time the left and right panniers on, and sometimes the left, right, and the top box on, and once the top box on only. Very rarely have I gone without anything. So yeah, I'm impressed with the miles per gallon, and I've given it some. I won't lie. You know, I don't. If you've seen my other videos, I don't mess around doing silly stuff. I mean, the silly stuff I'm not going to put on YouTube, obviously, because I don't do that, officer. But the pace of what I'm riding, I'd say, is not slow. You know, I like to get on with it. So I'm intrigued to see how much difference this screen is going to make in terms of miles per gallon, because obviously it's a totally different layout, a totally different design. It's a lot wider. It's not massively wider, but it's, you know, percentage wise it's a lot wider. And this is literally the first time I've been out on the bike with the screen on, so I'm really excited actually to see what it feels like. So initially, I've got to say, it looks good, it feels good. I'm definitely a lot better out further out of the window. If I put my head up, I can feel the buffeting here, but like, that's stretching, so yeah, it's made a big difference. Interesting. So I'm leaning my head around a little bit just to get a feel. Oh yeah, there's like a much bigger bubble now. Put my head up. Stability wise, it's moving a little bit. But then again, I can't remember if the original one did. Let's lower it down. Oops, there we go. So there, oh, the buffeting starts about there. There we go, I'm out of the wind now, so I can't feel that on my helmet. Let's go all the way down. There we go, there's my hello windy my old friend. Yeah, there we go. Let's put that back up, that's much better. Interesting. Yeah, that's made a lot more of a difference than I was expecting. The manufacturer claims obviously to have had it in a wind tunnel at a certain speed and testing it, and I won't lie, I just thought it was bullshit. I'm very skeptical these days, because I find that a lot of products you buy, and you guys watching this will probably be able to say the same thing, you know, most products are over marketed, so actually finding a good product that's worth its money is actually a lot more difficult these days. You'd think it'd be easy with all the reviews and stuff, but everyone buys reviews, they send money to Instagram influencers, send free products to Instagram influencers, they buy reviews from Instagram influencers, so even if the product's shit, they tell them to do it well. And people are scared to give things a bad review because they think the manufacturer won't send them anything. But instead of giving something a bad review public, and you went back to the manufacturer and said, look, this is what I think you need to improve, I think your product's shit, because of this, that and the other, it'd be better for all of us, wouldn't it? And I think the manufacturers appreciate that, and you know, those that don't are just cash cows, fuck them. So anyway, I digress. It's a nice, cool, windy night. Perfect really for testing a screen. So far, I think the visibility is bang on. The original screen had like this purple hue from the TFT, like the reflection of the TFT gave it like a purple hue, which I hated because I kept thinking I was coming up on diesel. So obviously on a dry day you're not bothered, but on a wet day you look at it and be like, fucking hell, it's diesel everywhere. Once I got used to that, just blow them off. Once I got used to that, I realised it was the screen. This has got it again, so I can see that. So it's exactly the same as the OEM one in that respect. So yeah, no vibration, rattle, nothing that I can hear. And don't forget, guys, this is what, like mile number 4 or 5 with it on. So you know, longevity will be the interesting one. The other thing is, when bugs splat against it and I clean it, does it just scratch? Doesn't it? I mean, Puig are a reputable brand; they've been around for a while, so I've got good vibes. Good vibes so far. It's nice, thick, solid. Doesn't feel brittle. So I'm hopeful. So anyway, I'll wrap up an initial thought. I might let the video go on before ending it and top up as I change scenery. But I'm 6'2", as I said in the fitting video, and even on the screen's at full height now, it was about here. I've got good coverage, and that's like putting my head up. If I put the screen all the way up, you know, sitting dead straight and actually trying to put my head in the wind, it gives even better coverage than what I was expecting, and it's pretty breezy, so I'm well impressed. Shoulders wise, the bits that are sticking out, I can't feel any wind. I'm a bit more comfortable with wind than some riders, I think, because I've ridden naked bikes for like 7 years before I even bought another bike, and you know, I should have a neck like Mike Tyson. I don't. It's still like a sparrow's bloody leg, but yeah, the screen does its job. It cost me about 100 quid. It was just over 100 quid, I think, maybe a bit less. But I think it was about 100 quid. I got it from Pyramid Plastics, who they give you a lead time of 5 to 15 days, and I think that's because of COVID. I did ring them just to check on the order and everything, and they were spot on. Really nice guys, actually. So I recommend Pyramid Plastics for their customer service. You know, when you ring someone up and they say, what's your order number? You give them the order number and they're like, so what do you want? Well, what the f do you think I want? I want to know what my fucking order is. Those guys literally were like, look, you've got an email, give me this number, right, it's due in on this date to us, we'll distribute it to it on this date, so you should have it on this date, and they were exactly right. So fair play to them. It was also really well packaged, so it was like in a double box, and wrapped in bubble wrap, so it had, even if someone kicked it through letterbox, it wasn't going to get damaged. So overall, guys, initial thoughts are good. I will post another video, as I always do, to see how it survives the test of my time. As you guys know that watch this channel, I do a lot of mileage, which if you're watching this video and you've seen my other videos and you're thinking, hey, why is he on a touring bike? He used to have a Fat Bob. The Fat Bob is a really nice bike. I recommend anyone who's never ridden a Harley to go out and have a go. But man, the 10-litre fuel tank, I just ride too far for that stuff. I need fuel, I need distance. I cannot be fueling up all the time. I mean, Jesus, I understand if you're nipping out cafe racing sort of stuff, perfect bike for a bit of posing on, but man, no good for going out on the weekend for a day. Well, it is, but Jesus, when you're in Northumbria or Northumberland or even in the Dales, you know, you have to make sure you're planning your fuel stops. You can't just do a loop around the Dales thinking I'll be alright, because all of a sudden fuel lights on and then you've got like minutes, because it's a 1.8 litre engine that's just guzzling fuel. Whereas this, I'm absolutely over the moon with. I absolutely love this bike. Really, really like it. Think it's amazing. I know everyone out there kind of compares Africa Twins, GS's, this, and a few of the others, but I can't compare. You know, I've never ridden a GS, never ridden an Africa Twin. None of the others, you know, the Ducati Multistradas, even the XR touring bikes from BMW. This is my only real experience of a tourer, so I'm not comparing, I'm just saying this is ace. I've done some days where normally I'd do 200 mile, but I've done some days on this where I've banged out over 300 mile, and it, you know, normally, I mean, there'll be people out there going, yeah, I'll do that all day, it's fine, but you know, normally after 300 miles your body's feeling it, there's something, you know, if it's not your wrists on a sports tourer, then it's your arse. If it's not your arse, it's your legs, and if it's not your legs, then you know you're in trouble because you numb. That's it. You're done in. Whereas this, I genuinely have absolutely no issues. I mean, you've got to keep moving your body on any bike. I think it doesn't matter how comfortable the bike is. If you're not moving around, then you know it could be the comfiest armchair in the world. You still got to get up and move it. I mean, fucking hell, we get bed sores, so there's only so long you can actually sit in one position for before it's a problem. But this is. Oh, I love it. Really do love it. The gadgets are awesome as well. I mean, Jesus, I can't say I'm ever going to use a heated seat in anger, but having a heated seat with heated grips and a screen while I'm wearing like the proper gear that I normally wear on a naked bike is, God, it's like we're in another world. Anyway, I've massively digressed on from the screen, but so what?